Evening, everybody. It is 6:40, and I know it's late, but I wanted to see what we were looking at in the reopen of the bonds. They are down just 8/32 after being up 1.5 points today, and we actually got in them when they were still down. We're long the TLT. We've already taken the 50% sale on 100% up rule. And so I'm more than happy to be sitting with them and seeing what develops. This fits the thesis perfectly about the open interest having been up on the daily and weekly basis, showing that there were more shorts being initiated. And anytime everybody gets on one side of the boat, I want to go the opposite way. Let's see. So, this is your closing comment, video number 1954, and it was a strange day. We opened down, we rallied. Bill Ackman, who has been very verbal about being short the bonds, came out today right after we bought them, actually, and said that he thought it was too much risk in the world right now to be short the treasuries. That goes along with my flight to safety idea. So, after the bonds started to rally and rates got lower, we had a rally in the market, but it really didn't hold. The only one that actually closed up on the day was the NASDAQ, up 34.52. The Dow was down almost 200, 190 and change. S&P down $7. The Russell was down $15 or 0.89%. And the big loser was the transportations, and they were down 210.78 or 1.5%. Uh, Oil was down. Nat gas was up a little. Gold was down a little, but had been down substantially more. Silver was down 30 cents. Bitcoin very strong, up 1,800 at 31,485. If you saw in my letter last night, I was looking for a continuation up and a close over 30,300. We clearly got that, and we accelerated to the upside when we did. The dollar was down 65 cents. As far as stocks go, we had two more in the earnings column. After the close, Nucor and Cleveland Cliffs both were beats. Both had been down on the day, and both were moderately higher. And when I say moderately, I mean Nucor at 140 and a half was down about 90 cents. It turned up to 142.99, closed 142, up 64 cents. So while it's only a 0.5%, it was also down before that 0.5%. So 1% reversal. Nucor is not a high flyer, and so that's more than adequate. Cleveland Cliffs also a beat, had been 14.37 down 22, got up to 15 last 14.71, and that was up 12 cents. So, again, not really very much, but from down 1.25% to up 0.8%. Okta, which I talked about this morning, was in the 75 to 70 area. It actually came down another 592, 69.65, down 592 or 7.8%. The CVX, which is Chevron Hess deal, um, the street really doesn't like the deal. I mean, they'll take it, but it's a take under, really. It's an all stock deal. CVX closed the day 160, 130, down 533. This morning, when we talked about it, it was 163. So continued down a little more. The Hess closed right where it was this morning, which was 61.50, down 152. It during The pre-market had been as high as 175, um, but never made it past 166. And FMC, the agri company, which gave a warning today. This morning it was 58 down 895 or 13%, closed 57.91, only a little bit lower, down 904 or 13.5%. Let's see, we are solidly in the earnings season, and let's see, tomorrow we have a list of many. Uh, Tuesday before the open, 3M, Archer Daniels, Bank of California, Barclays, Corning, Pfizer, GE, GM, Halliburton, um, RTX, uh, which is the old Raytheon, Xerox, Verizon, Tech Resources, which I've looked at many times now as a possible buy, and Sherman Williams. After the close tomorrow, there's another long list: F5 Networks, First Financial, Microsoft, Snap, Visa, Waste Management, Texas Instruments, Teladoc. So a goodly number. As far as economic news, the only thing we have tomorrow, actually two things that we have tomorrow, we have manufacturing and service PMI. That's the S&P uh, side of that, and those are at 9:45, so nothing prior to the open. All right, folks, I'll be back first thing in the morning to give you some of those updates. Hope everyone participated in the TLT trade, and I'll be back in the morning.